So today's post on the Swolenormous audio experience. Today's post, and this is the podcast. In case you don't know, in case you haven't subscribed, this white one, the white one, the Swolenormous audio experience. Yeah. So this is the podcast. A lot of delicious swolosophy on it. So make sure you subscribe to that. That's one that I'm posting on. Second in frequency to the Daily Swole. So I'm usually uploading content almost every day on this enormous audio experience, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of them. Just make sure you go and check that out. A lot of juicy nuggets there. So today posted one titled "The Argument Against Goal Setting," and I wanted to know your feedback. So in terms of the argument against goal setting. So when it comes to goal setting, and I want to see your comments live so you can drop your thoughts down below as we go through some of these Swole fan posts. But when it comes to your goals, so you could drop that in the comments below. Do you have goals that you've set? Now, I think sometimes we set, I think generally people set goals. Either one, you're setting unrealistic goals, or two, people aren't setting goals that are long-term enough. And most people don't have the proper focus for long-term. So you need to extend your time horizon long, like long. We're talking decades. And if you think long-term enough, no matter where you are in life, if you think long-term enough, it's going to give you the context as to what you need to do every day to get there. If you know what you want the outcome to be, overall, I'm not talking about details. I'm not talking about sitting there and put it on your vision board and just put it all on a big poster, put your Lamborghini, put the mansion, put all the girls, put all the planes and the boats. Not that stupid shit. That's materialist nonsense. Okay. That's worthless when it comes to happiness. But if you're thinking long-term enough, like, hey, let's talk about 7 pillars. If you want to live vibrantly, if you want to be healthy, not have diabetes, heart disease, you want to be able to touch your toes, see your dick, see your clit, you want to be walk upstairs, play with your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids, whatever it is, you have that long-term. Okay. For me, that's the most important thing. I want to take care of my health. So what does that mean? I know what I need to do every single day. I know what I need to do today. I know what I need to do tomorrow. I know what I need to do the next day. I know what I need to do the day after that. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do because that's what the outcome is going to be. I am going to be as healthy as I possibly can be. And you never know what's going to happen in the future, but I'm going to take the best care that I can with the knowledge, the information, the experience that I have to this point, and I'm going to execute daily. So that's going to be the outcome. Like, I already know what I need to do today. If I could have it instantly, that's what I would do. I'll eat healthy, boom, boom, I'll have results. Cool. Now just do that every day. So goals can be effective. But the problem is people think about goals, I think, improperly. And the goals are usually lose 50 pounds. The goals are, I want to lose 25 pounds. I want to lose 75 pounds. It's usually this flat number that just, it sounds nice. All right. You have this image that you remember, this vivid memory when you were 20 years old and you're in college and you remember stepping on a scale, looking down and being like, oh, I'm 125 or I'm 150. And like, it was a casual thing, but that image is burned into your head and has since become irrational. This number is like this fucking glowing aura that really means the memories of you wishing you were young. And like, oh, I miss those days. You know, you're a grown ass adult. Like you have another 10, 20 years of life on you. You're not a fucking 19-year-old. Get over it. Like some people are literally holding on to this weight. This is what I weighed in college. Okay. Well, this is what I weighed when I was in 8th grade. What the fuck does that mean? You know, obviously you're much more of an adult as a college person, as in 8th grade, but that weight isn't really accurate, especially if you start building muscle, if you start training properly. The weight is arbitrary. That's just a weight on a scale. If you're building muscle, the scale is going to show a higher number. The context and the perspective, the body fat percentage maybe, but even that can be a negative. So people ask me, hey, Papa Swolio, how much do you weigh? And I say, I don't know. And I legitimately, no shit. You all know this. I would tell you every time I weigh myself once every couple years, I'm kind of around the low 190s. It just happens to be, 195, 194, 192. Probably depends on if I peed or took a shit or what time, because I don't have a scale here. So if I happen to be at someone's house or I am somewhere where there's a scale, I'll step on it. I just don't, I don't put too much thought behind it because I don't know if it's been calibrated. I've been drinking and eating or whatever it was. So it's just a number. It doesn't really matter. So that number doesn't tell me the composition. It doesn't tell me about my happiness or my peace, doesn't tell me about my habits. It just says, okay, this is how much you're being pulled into the ground. But when you're building muscle, when you're changing your body fat percentage, obviously that weight might be the same, but you can have two different people or two people that look completely different. One has a body fat percentage of 10, the other has a body fat percentage of 35. They could be the same weight. One person's going to look morbidly obese, the other person will look ripped. But people get stuck with that with body fat percentages. It's because of all these fucking numbers. It's because of all the numbers. The numbers, people get locked into those numbers. If you're 17% body fat, what do people want to say? Hey man, I'm at 17. Like, how do I, what should I do with my macros? Should I up my carbohydrates or lower my carbs? Should I, everyone's like, hey, you should be carb cycling, man. Yeah, you should be carb cycling. They'll help you get your body fat percentage from 17 down to 15. It's like, who gives a fuck? If you're doing things properly, it'll go down. You'll get leaner. You'll have more energy. You'll feel better. You'll have lower inflammation. It's going to go down. Who cares what it says? Do you like what you see in the mirror? And do you like who you see in the mirror? Do you like the person that you see in the mirror? You got to like the fucking person, not just the way the shell looks. So it's great. It's great. Like, I love looking in the mirror and being leaner and feeling a good pump and seeing my veins. Cool. But that fluctuates from day to day. I look a lot different right now than when I'm fucking lifting outside in the sun. I'm sweaty. My veins are popping out. I have a sick pump. Yeah, I look a lot bigger, a lot more inflamed. It's just because the blood in my body is just jammed into those muscles that I'm training. Right now, blood's in my stomach, my intestines, my brain. It's everywhere else. It's all around the place because I'm parasympathetic. My body's just kind of cruising right now. But when you're exercising, like 80 to 90% of the blood in your body is in your muscle tissue. That's why you look fucking swollen. You have that transient hypertrophy. And then, cool, you look good with the pump, in the gym lighting, with the mirror. Like, wow, you look ripped. Everyone fucking does. You have some good lighting with that overhead light in the shower. You get out, your veins are trying to cool off, your blood's body trying to cool itself off. You got that nice shower pump. You look in the mirror. Yeah, I'm looking fucking good. Yeah, it looks different when you're chill. It looks different when you're calm. And people that are looking absolutely yoked and veiny, like they just walked out of the gym, even when they're resting all the time, those are the people that are saucing. When you're taking anabolics, you look like you have a pump 24/7, like just ripping out, veins like goddamn Twizzlers. It's fucking obvious. Anyway, so goals have a downside. And I think more people have to ignore goals and stop thinking about fucking goals and start thinking about the journey, the process, your habits, your 7 pillars. Because you're focusing on that shit. The goal is good. You're going to get there. You're going to get to the goal. You're going to get to the end point. You're not going to get there. I want to lose 50 pounds, because once you get there, you're not going to be satisfied. That number it's not going to satisfy you. It's not going to make you happy. What next? Another number? Because then what's going to happen? You lose 50 pounds and what? Oh, I want to lose 5 more. I want to lose 10 more. Like, you can't lose indefinitely. What if you're at the perfect weight? What now? I'm going to do this now. I'm going to go for this. No, you need to focus on the other thing. You need to focus on the 7 pillars. Focus on your execution. Focus on your habits. Focus on what you're doing, your purpose for taking care of your health for the rest of your life. And that is your identity, who you are. And then those other little things like losing 50 pounds, like that's a little checkpoint. It's not a goal. It's like, I'm driving for that. That will come. It will come.